Hi everyone, my name is Amber, welcome back to my channel. Long time no speak. I mean, kind of. Normally I'm posting 3 to 4 times a week and I haven't actually posted anything in a couple of weeks now because I have been really ill. So it's not COVID, it was just a really bad flu cold kind of thing, which seems to have been going around at least the UK, southern England. I know a few people who have been suffering from this and who have seemed to have caught the same thing. So I got sick on the 1st of December. Started with a sore throat, I got a really bad cough and I was tired all the time. Thankfully I had already recorded about 14 Bookmas videos I think, but for 3 weeks I was very sick and I still look a bit rough now. I feel like I've lost weight, very pale, because I'm still not feeling 100%, and my partner also got sick and he ended up going to hospital, so it was a very stressful time, so I was just not uploading and I feel a bit rough today. So this is just going to be a very kind of chill video where I talk about what I'm going to be reading over the Christmas holidays. I've been on holiday from work for 4 days now. I broke up last Friday, so I've had 4 days off and they haven't been as exciting or as relaxing as I'd hoped because I have still been ill, but I have done some reading and I'm planning to do more reading over the Christmas holidays. So tomorrow I've got another day off. It's Christmas Eve, which is very exciting. Christmas Day we're driving down to Kent where my partner's family live and we're spending the day and night there, and then we're driving back up to Berkshire, which is where my family is hosting Boxing Day, and then we'll be back in Buckinghamshire with the cats and I'll still have 2 days off work, so that is going to be glorious. And that does mean that I'm being very ambitious with my reading goals. So from Monday, when I started to feel a little bit better, I have been reading 1 book a day, so I don't think this is really going to be all that difficult. Let me just show you the books because I have quite a few here that I want to talk about. So first on my list is Hamnet. This one is one that I requested from the library. It's very popular at the moment. It's historical fiction about, I think, the child of Shakespeare, and there's like a plague or something. Hello. What are you doing? We'll just carry on. So it says here the main character's twin brother Hamnet gets very sick and is likely not to survive. That's all it really says. So it doesn't really give me much of a synopsis, but I requested this one from the library because it's been getting a lot of good reviews and I'm kind of in the mood for some like darker historical fiction. Darker in the sense that it's like grim, not necessarily like, nothing like bloody or gruesome, but something a bit like tragic and something that feels like a grey sky, if that makes any sense, because it's really dark and grim here at the moment in the UK. I haven't really had much rain, it's just been kind of miserable, but it's December, so that's to be expected. So hopefully that makes sense. I feel like I'm still not quite like there in the head after this illness, so my thoughts are probably not very coherent. I'm also going to be reading Thunderhead. I'm buddy reading this one as part of the Last Read book club, which my friends host. We're reading Thunderhead this month and The Toll next month. Last month obviously we read Scythe. This is a YA dystopian series, masked as a utopia. In this world, the humans have conquered death. No one dies anymore unless they are picked upon, I guess, by scythes. They're the only ones that can kill people permanently because they're trying to control the population. And the scythes have different ways of choosing people to kill. And the first book kind of explores different philosophical, decisions that they make and ways of gleaning is what they call it. It's a very popular series. You've probably heard a lot about it. This will be a reread for me, so I'm expecting it to go by very quickly. It's a little bit longer than the first book. I think it's like 515 pages, but it's going to be a reread, so it should go by quite quickly. I'm also going to finish off Arusha and the End of Time. I've been in the middle of this one for quite a while and I'm not really enjoying it. I don't know if it's Roshni Chokshi's writing or if it's just the middle grade fantasy aspect that I'm not a fan of. I'm currently 60 pages in and I'm not loving it, so I'm going to give it another maybe 50 to 60 to really draw me in. I just feel like it could have done that already. With a middle grade you kind of want to be thrown straight into it, and this one wasn't really, but we'll see. Maybe it will get better and maybe I'll end up really enjoying it. I'm also going to read An Ice Cold Grave. So I read the first 2 books this week actually as rereads. This will also be a reread for me, so I wanted to recap them and then finally read the 4th book and finally finish off this series because I've been in the middle of this for literally like 10 years now, I think. I can't remember when I bought these. I'm going to try to find out and I'll let you know in my wrap up. This is the author of the Sookie Stackhouse series, which I think I got to book like 12 or 9 or something, I don't know. Dead in the Family, I think I read. And I didn't love those going like later on, but I have been enjoying these. Although the second book, I have to say, I'm going to talk about this more in my wrap up obviously, but it was very poorly edited and I'm hoping this 3rd book is going to be better. But this is a series about a girl, it's urban fantasy, a woman who was struck by lightning and now she can detect the dead, like bodies of the dead. So she's really helpful in a bunch of missing persons cases, and she's often hired by families to search for their missing relatives or missing friends. The police don't really like this obviously because it's weird, so she's often having to deal with the police or lawyers or detectives while also trying to find who she is supposed to be finding. There is a step-sibling relationship in this, or there is about to be in this third book. So if you don't enjoy that, then I would caution against reading this series. It's not really a massive thing until the end of the second book, and then in this book, and then probably the fourth as well, I imagine. I'm not a massive fan of that myself. I often try to avoid books with that in, but I have actually read these 3 books before, so I know what to expect. I also want to read This Mortal Coil, which is a YA science fiction book about another plague sort of thing, I think. Yeah, there's some sort of virus going around and the main character is trying to defeat it. I know that my friend Judith enjoyed this series, and a few other of my friends have as well. I was supposed to read this a while ago because I had it on NetGalley, but I just never got around to it. But now is the time because I'm trying to read through my bought books by the end of this year. Books that I bought in 2021, by the end of 2021. I'm supposed to be reading 75% of them, but because I got sick, I'm a few weeks behind because I didn't read anything for those 3 weeks. So instead of reading 75%, I'm probably getting for like 65, which is acceptable, I think, as long as I carry on reading them throughout next year. I'll talk about that more in my goals video, I imagine. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. Because it's YA, I'm expecting it to be fast paced. I'm on a real sci-fi kick at the moment. You'll see that from my wrap up when it goes up in, I think it's next week or the week after. I'm really enjoying sci-fi at the moment, whether it's YA or adults. I'm also going to be reading Not a Happy Family. I'm reading this one at the moment. Actually, I think I'm at 20 pages in. I started when I got sick and then had to put it down. No idea what it's about. It's a thriller book, and I read Shari Lapina's thrillers, all the ones that she releases. That's what I'm trying to say, because I do find her writing to be quite captivating, even though I don't always love her books. They've never been below a 3-star for me, so that's still good. No idea what this one's about. Something about a rich family member dying and then probably everyone arguing about it. Sounds kind of like The Death of Mrs. Westaway. I think this is probably going to be more of a mystery thriller than a psychological thriller, but we'll see. I know that a few of my friends have uploaded book reviews or posted book reviews of this book, but I haven't watched them yet because I don't do that for books that I haven't read in case someone spoils me. I'm really paranoid when it comes to reading thrillers. So these are all the books that I'm hoping to get to this week. Like I said, I do have some time off work, and some of these are rereads and some of them are really quite short, so I am expecting to be able to do that. Really shouldn't be a problem for me. I'm also hoping to read some of my NetGalley books if I'm in the mood for them. I'm currently reading The Maid, which is coming out in January, and I also want to read A Flicker in the Dark. I think that's it for January, the ones that I'm excited for. I might do some mood reading if I feel like it. Let me know if you've read any of these books in the comments below, what you thought of them. Tell me if you love Thunderhead and Scythe, because I definitely do. It's one of my favourite series. Let me know if Arusha gets better, because I'm really on the fence about that one. I might just DNF immediately, but I want to give it a fair go, and I also want to recap it, so I don't know. Anyway, you're probably watching this on the 23rd, so if you celebrate it, I hope you'll have a wonderful Christmas. Sorry I haven't been uploading. I'm sorry Bookmas was such a flop, but I have been quite sick, and I'm hoping to be back to my regular schedule from now on, apart from Sunday, because I always post Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays with the live show on Monday, but I'm posting this on the 23rd, which is Thursday. I'm not going to post anything on Sunday because it's Boxing Day here in the UK and I'll be with family. Monday I won't be doing a live show like normal, but then from next Tuesday, the 28th, I will be back to posting Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and then a live show reading sprints on Monday. So yeah, have a great Christmas. Even if you don't celebrate, I hope you have a lovely weekend, long weekend if you get one in your country, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye.